Hi, my name is John. I'm with Athearn Model Trains. We're here at the Amherst 2025 Model Railroad Show here in Springfield, Massachusetts. And I'm going to walk you through a few of our new products that we're finishing up here for you. First item that I'm really excited for, was a pet project of mine, is the 20-foot liquid bulk container. This is a beautiful model with etched roof walks, stainless steel ladder, separate grab irons. I know because these are impossible to open up, I went ahead and put weight in these. So these are going to track really nicely in your intermodal cars. To pair with that, we built a Gooseneck trailer. It has 47 separate parts on it with beautiful frame detail, brake rigging, rubber tires, and I'm looking forward to seeing these decorated. These are going to come with two options of your landing gear, both up and down, and also two airbags. This is the down position, and this model next to it is the up position. So they inflate the airbags to lift the front end of the container, and that helps drain the liquid out. Yeah. This is the Ortner rapid discharge hopper. We're offering both coal car versions of this, and this is its later in life where it was moved to sugar beet service. And because sugar beets are lighter than coal, they added the extension fence on the roof to carry more capacity. When I had to remake the tooling on this, I added a lot of detail, so you got a lot of brake and airline piping on the inside and a beautiful end cage there. A couple versions of that. Then we get into the scrap gon service. The Berwick bathtub gondola cars had a long life in coal service, but as they were aging out, they moved to trash service, where they, again, trash being lighter than coal, could extend the size and add capacity. So this is a cool car that you can add to your scrap yard. We're doing that HO and N scale, and we had never offered the Berwick gondola in N scale, so we're also going to offer that version. This has been a car that's been in our line for a long time, the Bethgon coal porter. We recently had to retool these bodies, and I wanted to add some additional details there. So inside we actually have some brake piping in N scale, and I made sure to create a nice fine end cage detail. So even though it's molded on, it's going to look beautiful in your unit trains. Long awaited have been our National Steel Car trash gons. So as the old coal cars aged and died, these scrap companies actually had to buy new cars, scrap and garbage. So we have tooled every version of this car in existence. I just have a handful of them here. Some of the options came with a fiberglass lid, which when I tooled it, I wanted to make sure that they stack correctly. So if you're modeling an end-use facility where they're taking off, you can stack the lids up just like they'd see. My favorite feature of these is the included scrap load, which will be a nice rusty brown. My favorite thing to do here is to take these legs and trim them just a little bit shorter so the load sits a little bit further in the car, and then take whatever scraps you have laying around, some bits of styrene, tires, barrels, add it to the top, and you'll have a nice customized load that will change up the cars, and you don't have to fill the gondola with a whole entire load that might be really, really heavy and make it top heavy and not track well. I have a couple cabooses here to show. This is the Rio Grande ICC caboose. This is an early production sample where they've put a bunch of different samples together. Notable to the Rio Grande modelers is this cool vent on the side to get extra air into the caboose. We also have a bunch of lights on the end. So there will be the center marker light. There's also red corner marker lights on this version. Other versions will have a red light that hangs below the roof. Those all function. Next to it is the KOG built Caboose. These went and were later inherited by the Missouri Pacific and rebuilt. Lots of versions of this Caboose, both the original and rebuild, and a lot of different lighting versions on this too. Here we have corner lights that are hung below the roof, as well as the center spotting light, which they would do for roll-by train inspections. All those lights function. I have my N-scale sample of the CA11 Genesis Caboose. So this is a Union Pacific sample. This is our first Genesis N-scale Caboose offering. Beautiful etched platforms there that you can see through and see into the brake rigging underneath. Separate grab irons and handrails in there. Full underbody detail. It's a beautiful model. I'm really excited to have this added to the line. The HO scale versions are coming shortly behind. Then the model that a lot of people are looking forward to is the Surfliner cars. I've been hiding these because these are well handled. These have traveled in my suitcase for many years. And I wanted to make several improvements to them. So we've done a lot of work to improve just the mechanical attachments to some of these more delicate parts so they're more durable. But mostly the big changes have been the interior, the electronic package. I have moved all the electrical connections for all the lighting off to the ends of the cars where they're hidden. We have changed the decoder function to a 21-pin decoder, and I worked with Soundtracks to develop a custom lighting decoder to drive all these lights, because there's 26 LEDs in these cars. And then all the other PCB boards that are driving the marker lights, the headlights, the number boards, the ditch lights, even a strobe, and then the speaker and the roof lights. So these are going to be beautiful cars. My decorated samples I intend to have here in late February, early March. They weren't able to get them out before the Chinese New Year's factory shut down, but they are coming soon. And then the last car, also in N-scale, is the 13K acid tank cars. This is our first Genesis offering in N-scale, so I have decorated samples here. Again, a beautifully decorated tank car, underbody detail, separately applied grab irons on the corner there, wire grab irons. Just a really beautiful car. And then the first in N-scale is the double shelf coupler. So really taking the small model railroad concept to the nth degree of detail. So you don't need to have a small layout to have a really beautiful fleet of rolling stock. And if you've seen our Concession Caboose, I also brought my sample of the arrow sign. This is going to have 14 LEDs in it, and we will pad print our a signboard onto the clear signs on both sides, but this will be attached with removable glue. And we are also going to include 2 blank signs, so if you wanted to decal your own sign, you could remove our factory printed signs and replace them with your own. So I love that little detail. I think it's going to find a great home on a lot of layouts. So that's some of the new tooling projects I have. I wish I had more to show. My suitcase was only so big, and I was already at 49.8 pounds, which is practically the legal limit for what I could bring.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.